Hello. Hi, everybody. You all, we were dancing.
We were dancing.
We were doing the party. We had the party going on over here. So we all hyped up. Y'all want to catch up. Hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullitt. They call me the business plug. And today I am getting ready to plug you in to color.
Yes.
Color. Like finding yourself in the means of color. And so before I go there, let me do my housekeeping things. So my coach won't jump on my head. But so this is the Business Plugs Mixer. It's normally on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I bring you business conversations, business topics for business people. Today is a special edition because today I get to introduce you to a powerhouse. I get to introduce you, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But I need to tell you, if you want to be on the Business Plugs Mixer, there's a link wherever you're watching this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, and then click on the button, click on the bell on YouTube, so you'll know exactly when we come in. These conversations you don't want to miss. And today you're going to want to like, share, and leave comments. That's what we're doing today. So today I have the distinguished privilege to bring in color in the Business Plugs Mixer. And we're going to be talking about you specifically and how your color is something that you've probably never even thought about. Like, I didn't know what a colorologist was until I met this lady. This is the only true colorologist that I know. And so I want to introduce her to my public. But one more thing before I get in trouble. If you would like to sample the Building Your Own Business 12-week course, you have 9 more opportunities to join me on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. so that you can sample the class to see if it's something that fits what you like. I am teaching people the business part of doing businesses, and you are welcome to join us for free by simply contacting me, and that information is in the discussion session as well. With all of the housekeeping done, my coach is going to be so proud of me. I am ready now to do the show. So welcome, Darin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. So tell them who Darin is.
Okay, so I am a colorologist, as Linda was saying, and a colorologist is basically someone that studies color. And I have studied it quite a bit. So I have come up with a color system called ebhues, which helps everyone find their very best every single color to wear based on your individuality. Yes.
I mean, and so many people, like right now in this season, so many people are trying to find who they are. Like COVID told us who our families were. We learned a lot about our families during COVID. And so we know everybody in the house now. But now it's time for us to re-engage to who we are.
Yes.
Like trying to find ourselves in the world, because the world has shifted, the world has changed, and we want to show up in our best version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And so what you do helps us to show up into who we really are.
Right. So we work with, of course, to help you find your colors. We work with the outer body to see how the colors that we test on you interact with you. They must reflect you in harmony, and then you know your very best. But however, by knowing your colors that work for you, you want the colors to work for you.
Yeah.
So that also touches you internally and spiritually. And so it is a mind, body, and soul type of thing, because when you surround yourself with the colors that are your best, it automatically puts that bounce in your step, and makes you happy, and brightens you and makes you look fresher. It's a game changer.
Exactly. And that's a way of showing up fully.
Oh, absolutely.
Because a lot of times we show up, but we don't show up fully, right?
Right.
And so this is a way of understanding more about yourself so that you can show up.
Right. And I like what you said, show up fully. And to me, when you show up fully, what does that mean? That's confidence. So like when you have confidence, it makes a difference. Like, so if you all think of listeners, watchers, when you put on something and you feel really, really good about it, it is amazing how much different you feel.
Absolutely.
Or when you're in a really important, happy place. Maybe it's the little comfy chair that you sit on and you read your book or you have your coffee. Think about like what is surrounding you. Why are you so attracted to that space? Why does that make you feel so comfortable or nested or safe?
Yeah,
so
safe.
Colors colors have purpose.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's a whole color. I mean, I always introduce the color wheel to my entrepreneurs when they're doing logos and building out their business and the things. But there's a whole science
Oh, definitely.
behind color,
Right.
and we don't think about it because what I like to do is I like to find when I'm in my happy place, I like to just close my eyes and savor the moment and just remember everything that's there.
Yeah.
And for me, it's beaches.
Oh, I love beaches. That's
I
my
can-
happy place. Yeah, I just got excited.
I love beaches. I love
Yes.
just sitting on the beach, closing my eyes and like feeling the sea breeze
Yeah.
and feeling like the whole atmosphere. And the sun and the sand.
Sounds, yeah,
Yeah.
textures.
Yeah, the birds in the distance. And I like to just sit there and just savor that because that is my happy place. And we were talking the other day, and I told you that sea foam is my favorite color, which is a greenish blue. And I painted my house that color
Yeah.
because I wanted to be surrounded. So when you're an entrepreneur, it's very important for you to understand color, and it's very important for you to understand your color. And but in my private life, I like to keep myself around beachy things.
Yeah.
Like my entire house has beach colors and everything.
Right.
The whole
You
thing.
have the space where you work and you help others, but then you need the space where you need to regroup.
That.
But you know your most important color?
What is my most important
Your
color?
most important color is orange.
Orange. Oh,
Yeah.
So the orange. And so she's going to teach us about orange, right? Because the girl has written show it to them.
Find your strength. It's called Find Your Strength, a love letter to orange. And the reason why orange is your most important color is because it's the color of your skin. And I am wearing my orange. This
Okay.
is my orange.
Okay.
And your orange may be different.
Right.
And so we are all living in the same hue segment, which is like when you look at a color wheel,
Mhm.
a hue segment is like orange, red, yellow. And then within that segment are other little hues
Yeah.
they have their own little thumbprint because they are either cooler or warmer. So
Yes.
you know how some oranges are more red, like
Yeah,
this little
absolutely.
guy has more red in them,
Mhm.
and then some oranges are very, very golden,
Right.
like me.
Yeah.
So I'm very golden, and then
And I'm very red.
yeah, so it's,
Exactly.
it's a nice little range. But the reason why that's so important, especially as a business owner, is if you're wearing your base tones and you do want to make sure that when you are wearing like your oranges, your browns, your tans, whites, all those colors sometimes are orange. They're not actually white. Is not necessarily white. It could be orange. It could be yellow. It could be blue. It'll look white, but it actually has a tone. You want to make sure that when you are presenting yourself, that you are 100% on point, so that the other person, when they're talking to you, doesn't need to think, like they don't need to think about what to look at. You want them looking at you directly and speaking to you and conversing with you and listening to what you say. And then if you wear makeup, you really want to make sure that your foundation matches absolutely perfect. And because you're orange, your foundation is orange. Everyone is
I
orange.
love
And
it.
that's the most important thing that we really need to know.
I love it.
Yeah.
And that is so, like, these are things that the average person doesn't think about.
No, I didn't even. I talk about that in the book. I talk about that.
Yeah.
I talk about that because when I started out in this business, which was many, many years ago, because I've been doing this since I was really since I was 14, but like professionally 19 or 20.
Uh-huh.
So I've been doing this a very long time. And when we used to use terms like that's too orange on you, or that's too,
Oh yeah.
but you are orange. So
Yeah.
the terms were not used correctly.
Yeah.
And so learning more about makeup and knowing and skin and color particularly, and knowing that if you don't have the right colors on, they fight with you.
Wow.
So they're fighting. So if I put on a color if I put on a foundation base that had too much red in it, it can do a couple things to me. It could actually make me look gray. Yes, it could.
Wow.
It can make me look red. It can make me look more orange.
Mm.
It can make me look kind of I don't know, like drab, because it's gonna fight.
Because
with
it's
my
doing right. It's
undertones.
taking away instead of adding.
Right. And so
Yeah.
I'm gonna look aged
Mhm.
because it's dragging from me. And you don't want that.
No. Yeah,
So it's important.
That's wonderful. I mean, you think about, so when we talk about, and I'm having allergy attacks here, but when you talk, no, today's allergy day in Chattanooga, y'all.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about people and when they think about color, like think about your life, like you dress every day, you go to different places, like colors all around us, and we're not really cognizant of how it plays into our life. So important.
It is very, very important. And like I said, it's and I like that you said that because it comes from the inside. It's like intuitive.
Mhm.
It's like I was saying, like when you're sitting in your happy space, a lot of those times that you're there, it's really in a space that feels comfortable. It may have a lot to do with the colors. It also would have to do with, like, are you comfortable in that chair?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's more to it. Like, I remember when my girls were little, I let them decorate their own bedroom. Like, I said, you do you. I will let you do it.
Yeah.
And I remember that, like, they each had a different vibe to them, and how that felt.
And they're
could
twins.
actually, yeah, they're identical twins, but they were very different in their personalities. And Alea's room was very bold. She wanted red, yellow, and black. It was like, it was like a lot of energy in that room. And then, but she's kind of she's a quiet energy. So it kind of was interesting. So I think that fed her.
Mhm.
And then in Blake's room, it was much more calm, even though she still had red in there. It was like a softer red, and then a green, which sounds so Christmassy, but it was beautiful. And it just felt like a little, I used to love to go in her room and just cuddle. Like, I would just go in her room when she wasn't there and, like, lay on the bed. I was like, oh, I love this room so much. It's so happy. It was just so comfortable. And Alea's room was too much energy for me because I'm high energy anyway.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why Blake's felt a little bit better, but that softer red and that softer green just kind of brought it down just a little.
Yeah. And that's important because, so I am generally warm toned in what I do. When people match because I go to, I have this much knowledge about makeup, this much knowledge about style, all things. So I always rely on people, the experts in their field, to educate as they work on me and things. And people say, well, you have red undertones, you're warm colors, you're this, you're that. But I like blast of color. Like, if you notice, I like things that say woo. Like, I like I like the color pops. And so when I'm thinking of, like, the places that I am most, where I feel safe and where I feel nurtured when I'm in my downtimes, it is the serene parts of the beach, not the part where everybody's just playing volleyball and all those stuff.
Right.
I just like to just sit there and just soak it all in.
Yeah.
It seems like it empowers me just to be able to soak it in, because in my life, like, the people who know me, who I hang out with, and they're like, girl, you're like a 10. You're like way over here. Like, you have too much energy. But then when I'm down, I'm all the way down. So I'm an extrovert person with introvert tendencies. Because I like to get to myself and re-energize and get people to pour into me. And very few people know that when you are high strung like that, that you need somebody to pour into you, just like when you're pouring out to everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And when you don't have those people in your lives that can pour into you, it's nice to have a place to go.
Yeah.
That you can do that, and how you can pull from your resources in order to build yourself. Like you were saying, your home is the color of teal.
Yeah.
Blue green is actually, in color psychology, it is the color of balance. And so that brings balance to you. It calms your spirit. And so orange is the color in color psychology, means strength. And it's interesting because beaches, every time you say the word beaches, I think about how beach sand, primarily, not all beach sand, because there's different types of sand all over the world.
Right.
But many of the beaches in our world are orange. They're actually, the white is actually an orange. It's like white sand. And there's been studies where the sand has been collected from all over the world. And that's how geologists can find out, like, where the sand comes from. So there's, they have coded the sand, and it'll tell you, like, where that is.
I love it.
It's very, very fascinating. So, and then also we are in complementary colors.
We are. We
Anyway,
are.
we did not plan that.
We did not plan
She did
that.
not plan to start. Like she just walked in. I was
This
like,
morning,
"Look,
I was
we
like-
look so good together." Yeah,
Exactly. This morning I decided, I was going to wear this plain dress. It's blue.
So
And then but again, I am the person that likes the pop of color. And so this is main scarf, and it had the orange in
and
it.
it has orange up here too.
Yeah. And so I was like, it has to
Yeah,
come with it.
I love it. And blue, the color blue in color psychology means trust.
Mm.
So it's just so fun to see. And then within those spaces, of course, I'm going to talk about orange because that's what I'm pitching these days.
Exactly.
But so like within the space of orange, when your orange has more red in it,
Yeah.
that means you have the influence of power because red is powerful.
Mm.
And then as the orange, like mine, has more yellow in it,
Mhm.
people actually do consider this a yellow a lot of times.
Mhm.
And so this is a lot of energy because yellow is energy.
Mm.
So the colors, like I said, they have an intention, and we like to teach people to use the colors intentionally.
I like
so
it.
like if you have a business meeting and you want people to trust you, then blue is a yes.
Blue is the color.
Is a good color.
Absolutely.
To use.
And in my logo, and if you look in our heading, like blues are there because I learned early when I was selecting my logos, I was selecting the power of blues. And I learned that blue means trust. And because I'm a coach, it is important that people are able to trust me with their dreams and their ideas and trust that I'm going to do the right thing about them. Right. So blue is all in my logos. Both, if you look at the business plug, it's different hues of blues. LSMB has different hues of blues.
Love it.
Because that's all about coaching. But a lot of people who go into business will go into business thinking about them as opposed to thinking about the customers. And so I have so many people, and I'm going to pick on you guys, I always do, who like purple because people like purple. A lot of people like purple. But purple is not a business coaching color.
Okay.
And so I try to teach them, my house is teal because, or blue green or seafoam or whatever the latest name on it. But it's that color because that's my happy space. Yeah. And so that's for me. But in my business, you see all the different hues of blues because that's more about my customers. Mm-hmm. So understanding from a colorologist how you can infuse your life with your individual colors will help you to do have a sea blue house like mine that you can go home to every day after you get through working in your business. So who comes to you? Who looks for a colorologist?
So I would say probably a lot of the same clients that you have. So we have, it runs the gamut. So we'll have maybe people that have gone through something life-changing, like an illness. And now they're in recovery and they really want to get in touch with who they are because that can really change a lot of things. I just got chills saying it. It's like how that affects someone. So
absolutely.
We come in and we help them to build their spirits back up, and then we teach them how to use color to help them get to whatever that intention is. And then we might have someone that is doing business branding that needs their body brand colors, but also needs their logo colors. And you want to bring them all together.
I like it.
You want to marry those. And then we can also help them with their office space. As far as color, we do not do interior decorating, but we will help you do color.
Get your color scheme.
Yeah, with your color schemes, we do color schemes. So we can take your body brands and then put them, in a beautiful schematic way to bring your clientele in, but also frame you in your power space.
I love that.
And maybe you've gone through divorce or just
I was thinking about
a graduate.
I was thinking about like at the age of 50, there's something that happens at the age of 50 where you no longer feel like you have to live the rest of your life at somebody else's approval. Mm-hmm. And so at the age of 50, women usually start thinking about, okay, who really am I? Because I'm empty nesting or getting ready to empty nest. And then I've been dedicating my life to my career, my kids, my everybody but me. And now around 50, you're like, okay, I need to find myself. Yeah. And so whether it's going through divorce or going through whatever, but around the age of 50, we start thinking about more like, we don't really care what other people think about now. We've cared enough. We've cared 50 years. Okay, that's over. Now I need to know who I am.
Right. And I think what's so nice about being 50 or over is knowing that and also it's our job to seed into younger people,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they get there faster than us.
I know it.
My girls
Yeah.
are so strong. They're such strong women, and I love that about
Uh-huh.
them. They're super, super strong, and I think they feel that now.
Yeah.
Because I've told them their whole life, like, you need to feel
Yeah.
like who, know who you are. Know who you are
Exactly.
and be that person.
Absolutely, and that's important that we teach our younger generation so that they don't get to, like I was telling her, mine is 39. At 39, I start caring less about how other people felt and start really dialing into who I was and what I liked. For a long time, I thought my favorite color was red.
Oh.
That was anger.
So yeah,
I was
red can be anger. Red can have that intention. Yes.
I was down into anger. I was mad at life circumstances, right? But I remember Dr. Seuss said, "You're not a tree. If you don't like it, you can leave."
Oh.
And so I remember that red was not my favorite color. For a while it was kind of green, and then it evolved to seafoam.
Isn't that interesting? I love it. And I don't think we have to have a favorite color for life.
Yeah.
I think that just like we move and we change and we grow, and we should be able to have changed our minds on color choices. And maybe our favorite color is X for this, but Y for that.
Yeah.
Like we'll have favorite colors for a reason, for a purpose.
Yeah.
For that thing.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And that red was I was in a bad place.
Yeah.
And so
but maybe that red it could have been anger, but also maybe you needed power at that time, because red is the color of power. So maybe it was a little bit of both, but passion, lust, anger, those are all very powerful,
very strong emotions,
right?
Yeah.
Right? So maybe in order to get through that, you needed that. And so you look back at it now and you're like, I was angry, but maybe it was your source of power and you didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And like it was driving you through, and now you look at it and you're like, well, I don't need to do that now. I'm done with that.
I'm better.
Yeah.
I'm so much better.
So it's just a part of your life.
Yeah. But understanding, and again, when I got to myself, because I had never, all my life, for 39 years, there was always someone living in a house with me. For 39 years. And then when I went through a divorce and my children would leave and go with their father every other weekend, those weekends were hard at first, because I'd never been by myself.
Right.
And I had to go like therapy and all things. And they was like, oh no, that's separation anxiety. You're good. You're fine. You're just processing. And so understanding that about me, but then once things calmed down, Hunter Green just seemed the nurturing place for me.
Oh my gosh. You know what green means? Life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that you just like intuitively went to the green. You're growing now. You're growing. You're becoming strong in who you are.
Absolutely.
And you were growing and you're using green.
Yeah.
I love that.
And so but that's the thing about it, like who among us have not thought about, like I think in colors. I love colors. And so I love the boldness of like this space right here is so energizing to me because it's just like color everywhere. And where there's not colors, there's mirror to reflect color. So it's like, it's a great space. But who among don't think about colors? Like it's everywhere. And how can you not think about, as you're going through your day, about the different shades of the day, the different hues of the day, and then what you like and what you dislike.
Yeah.
Like learning you.
Yeah. I don't think most people probably don't take time.
Yeah.
They
may not know to take time, I think.
Yeah. I think we take it for granted.
Yeah.
Take but it is pretty fun, like when you travel and you go somewhere and you're driving and all of a sudden the greens change. That to me is so exciting. It's like, it's green here. Like you look at it. And
Seattle.
Yes. Like it's just so bright and it's like so amazing.
Yeah.
Or like when you're at the beach and you watch the sunsets and it's like the sunset is just, for whatever reason, it's just so much more beautiful there. I think it's because it's just it's reflecting off the water and it's so expanse.
And you know what I find
it
energizing is on the beach when the storms come in.
Oh yeah, love storms.
And the clouds are low and you can just watch them come in.
Mhm.
Like there's an energy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
As long as they're far away.
yeah. Oh yeah. Long as they have a distance and you can see it come in. Yeah. But
You hurt me. No.
exactly. But so even in my house on my upper deck, I can watch the storms come in over Chattanooga,
Oh, that's cool.
and I get to see them come. I get to see the clouds come around the mountain or come from Georgia and things. I still like that. I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's understanding who you are, understanding more about how color plays into your life. So when you're talking about a colorologist, you're talking about you help them with the makeup, you help them with the style.
Yes.
Yeah, so you help them to think about the hues to put around them.
Right. So, the colorologist part is really the study.
Mhm.
It's the science behind
Mhm.
why the colors work for you.
Okay.
So basically I've researched, I find out, where these groups of colors live,
Mm.
how they interplay with one another,
Mm.
what a space is. Like, I'll grab these. This was conveniently placed. Okay. So like just to kind of give an idea of how we're in the city.
Yep.
So we have
City
like
sounds.
a range of colors and how fun that is. This is like a spectrum of orange.
Ah.
So you have like your reddest orange here, and then
Mhm.
it gets a little warmer,
Yeah.
and then it gets a little warmer, and it gets a little warmer.
Yeah.
So this is just like one level.
Uh-huh.
So this is kind of a deeper, kind of a moderate to deeper, but then that same idea is also really bright and bold. So it's just fun to know how these colors all interplay together, and then teaching people how to use them
Look at
accordingly.
that. Look at that.
Yeah, so that is orange in a more red space.
Yeah.
And this is orange in a more yellow space,
Yeah.
which is my space.
Yeah.
And then these are in the middle.
Yeah.
So every human fits into one of these spaces. And so what a colorologist does is knows all the friends that go with this space, all the friends that go with this space, and this space, and this space. And then to be able to determine who can wear those and how you use them. And then designing, I do design the colors, the makeup colors, to coordinate or to correspond with the system, with the EBU system. So it's all cohesive. But then the art, I think that's what you're getting into. The art is how you apply the makeup.
Mhm.
The art is the fun part. I mean, it's all fun. I mean, it is all fun to me. So it's like the knowledge of how the colors work together, what makes them part of the same family. Like they all have their own little DNA. And when does that move to the next space?
Yeah.
And then the art is in applying the makeup to bring out the most, beautifulness. What's the right way to say that? Yeah.
We'll say it.
Yeah. Beautifulness. Beautification of that person. Like whatever is going to help them to feel most confident and to also bring out their best features.
I love it.
And that's how you use it. It's fascinating, really.
That's a whole strategy.
It is a whole strategy, and it's very fascinating because we're all so unique.
Mm-hmm.
And we could, maybe some people might wear wear really bright colors, but then their makeup might have to be really soft. But then other people can wear like colors that are just so intense, but they wouldn't look that way on them. Like they might be the brightest colors. Like I can wear some really bright colors, but if I put them on, you wouldn't know that those really bright colors are on me, because my body just goes, just soaks them in. And it's like, okay. But if I wear the really muted ones, it wouldn't show up at all. And it's just so interesting. It really is fascinating to me how people hold color, and how and what they require. Have you ever tried a lipstick on that looked like really the perfect color, like when you looked at it on the tube and then you put it on and it did something crazy? Yeah. So
I get that a lot.
that's color. Yeah. So that's color. So I take that thinking out of it for people.
Okay.
So I can help them not have that challenge, because I can do the research, find out what the best space is, and then you put the color on. And a lot of people need like a really dark color because their lips will bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So they could wear a color that almost looks black,
Mm-hmm.
but when they put it on, it'll look like regular red.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That is interesting. That is interesting. I tell you, I know this much about about makeups and all of those things, and so I do require the professionals, the experts in those fields to help me along, because that's not my thing. My thing is business. I get that part down. I get that part right every time. But understanding that, and so thinking about that, let's talk about the orange party.
Yeah, the orange party. Okay.
Woo.
So in celebration of writing the book, this is actually one of a series. See the little one? So there'll be 9 other friends to go with this.
I love it.
Yes, and we will, each book has color theory and it has color application. It has kind of like a color horoscope, like within the space of orange.
Okay.
That like how that your orange, how people perceive it.
Okay.
And then of course how people perceive the color orange in general. But the party is June 24th.
And you can get your ticket today. Like your ticket, the link to get your ticket is in the description.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay. So it is going to be so fun, and we're going to celebrate you. So like YOU and then HUE.
Yeah, you.
And what we're encouraging people to do is to dress in your like most fun orange, whatever that orange is. Just you can go crazy. You can think about this party like a street party that's inside. So like I want you to be comfortable. I want you to bring dancing shoes. You can wear other shoes and then change into dancing shoes if you want. We're gonna have a DJ. We have smoke. We have lasers. We have the pop-up project, which is this amazing team of dancers that are Chattanooga based that are going to do a dance that's going to portray what strength is.
I love it.
And then we have a chakra demonstration. It's really more like a runway performance of showing what orange chakra.
Yeah.
And then we have fashions. And then we also want our guests to be part of the fashion show if they want to. So if you come to the party and you want to be in the fashion show, just say I want to be in the fashion show. When you check in, and then you'll get to line up and stretch your stuff down the runway, and we have judges that will judge, and you will get a prize if you're the winner.
Oh, yeah. I like it. So everybody has been to a white party, right? The white parties are commonplace now, but this will be your opportunity to go to an orange party and participate. Like you can actually be a part of the whole thing, and so you can get your ticket today. All you have to do is click the link that's in the description, get your ticket today, and you can get to meet this fantabulous woman.
And dance with me.
Yeah, dance, take pictures, like enjoy, get your colors, like the whole thing. It's a hue party. So it's hues and hues. So I love it. I love it. It's going to be so much fun.
It really is going to be fun. Yeah, and our DJ is amazing. DJ Antonio. And he's a true inspiration, and he really is a true inspiration.
I love it.
He has great beats. Yeah, and I know it's probably not a cool thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
That's okay. This is us. We can do. Yeah, we can. We're gonna say it anyway.
I'm not cool. I'm sorry.
She's fabulous. I mean, who she is. She's always. This is who she's been from day one, and so we have a mutual friend. Shout out to Kenya. If you see this, hey love, we love you. We love you. And so Kenya introduced me to her years ago, and then we've been crossing paths every now and then, but she's always been this person. And so I wanted to bring her on because, like me, you may not be aware of how powerful color is in your life, and you may be at the point where you're ready to now find out who you are. And Sunday I came on with Katie, and she talked about your purpose, right? Your living purpose. Well, all this blends, like all this goes together. Like once you find out why you're here, then you're going to be wanting to spend time learning, okay, so what colors empower me and bring out the best me? Like we want to help you get the best version of who you are.
It's the biggest gift you can give to yourself. And
Absolutely.
It'll never go away because your colors do not change. And this is not a winter, spring, summer, autumn thing. This is a hue thing.
Yeah.
Like it's all about you and your personal colors.
And that's the thing, because all this is personalization, where it's not about you and your sister, or you and your mother, or you and any other person. It's about you individually, like the things that empower you and help you to show up fully. Those are the things these two broadcasts have been about. So if you're searching, if you're in search and you're trying to find out you, then I invite you to reach out to her. Her contact information is also in the description. Reach out to her, and then again, you get to meet her in person on the 24th. If not before, you get to meet her in person, and you can find out about you. It's all about finding out who you are and showing up powerfully and fully for you. So, give them what you would like them to take away from this interview.
I think what I would want you to take away from this interview is to have the confidence in yourself, to know that you are valuable, because a lot of people don't feel that way. So know that you're valuable, that you're important, you're worth investing in, and you can be whatever you want to be in life, and just to use color intentionally and to be confident. I think I said that twice,
Yes.
so I must mean it.
Yeah, so that's an underline. Underline it the second time.
Underline.
Yeah. Underline it the second time. My name is Linda Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. And today I have plugged you in on how you can find the best hue for you with colorologist Darin Wright. You all have a great time the rest of the week, and I'll see you Sunday, 7 p.m. on the Business Plugs Mixer. So thank you guys. Have a
Bye.
great rest
Thank
of your
you.
week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.